Hi guys, today we are going to talk about being safe in your van. And I'm not just talking about, when you get the van ready to go, you making sure everything is mechanically good. No, what about the inside where you're going to be living? Or if you're not a full-time vanner, you're staying. What I'm going to talk about today is fire. Now, fires are good around the campfire, but fires are not good inside of a van or your house. If you're in your van, if you haven't done it already, maybe you have, just a reminder, get a smoke alarm, okay? These things are only like $4. I mean, you got smoke alarms in your house, right? Battery powered, you replace the battery about once a year, and they're very easy to install. In fact, I'm gonna give a demonstration on how to install your smoke alarm. Now, most smoke alarms are on the ceiling. This one you can put on the wall, but I'm gonna put it in the ceiling. And as you know, the sleeping area is over here. Okay, but this should be loud enough. If the alarm goes off while we're sleeping, I'm sure we'll hear it. Okay, so I'm gonna make sure my battery is good. And I'm gonna put it up here, yes, in the bathroom area. And this one, it came with these hollow wall anchors, but we already know that we have solid wood here, okay? So, very quickly, I'm gonna put this up here. Maybe just a little offset from the, there. No, how come I'd always have this? It's actually a soft wood, but you know. There's one. Okay, and then with this, hey, they even come with the battery. They even had one up there. It said it had a 10-year life battery on it. Just making sure I got this the right way. Plus over here, mine is here. Gotta have it in there right. And it's on, test it. That's loud. Now you might say, why do I need a smoke alarm? Hey, if you're gonna have fire in here, you know, we don't have one yet, but a lot of people use these Mr. Buddy heaters. A lot of people will use diesel heater. Neither one that I have do I have right now, because you know my plan is to be where it's warm, but you never know, you may get in an area where it's cold, so you're going to want to have a heater. And those heaters, they do kind of put out a flame. You know, the propane Mr. Buddy heater uses the 1 pound propane tank. And also, if you do use those, make sure that you still have your windows open. Like with ours, if we do get one, we would roll down the front windows about, you know, this much. And then I have those guards on there so you can't really tell. And then of course also have my vent, just kind of give you a little ventilation, okay? I mean, the only thing is not really bad, but about propane, it does let off a little moisture, okay? But we'll get into that, what we do about moisture. That'll be another video. And then also what you need, talking about safety, now a lot of times you might have an appliance and maybe something goes wrong with it. And if something goes wrong with something that's putting out a flame, you know, heating, then you have a problem with carbon monoxide. So the next thing that you need to install in your van is a carbon monoxide alarm. Okay, and this is real easy. This is battery powered also. This comes with batteries. Now, another thing I was going to say, if you have a house or an apartment, you need to have these in there also. Now, we know most houses have smoke alarms, but not everyone might have one of these. It's been recently mandated within the last, I'm going to say 5 or 6 years. I say that because the last house that I sold, when they came, the agent came to look at it, she said, "You don't have no carbon monoxide detectors." I said, "It didn't come with any." And that house was built in 2000. The house is only 21 years old. So real easy. Buy one of these, attach it to the wall. Now, thing with carbon monoxide. Now, carbon monoxide is what they call, it's odorless and it's tasteless. You can't smell it, but it can kill you, okay? And it's heavier than air, so it's not going to rise. Like if you put one of these in your house or apartment, you don't want it no more than maybe 5 feet off the ground. You don't want to attach it way up to the ceiling because the carbon monoxide may not get you. It'll get you first because aren't most of your beds below 5 feet? You're sleeping there, you'll never wake up. Get one of these, it's loud, just like the smoke detector there. So same thing. Cut this open. Always makes it easier with scissors. And I think these are good for 5 years. I got one of these in the house, and it has all the instructions, and you can even write the date down. See, cool. New batteries. Free battery is always good. Another simple job. Once you get the batteries tore apart. Real easy, it slides open. Has the little silicone packs. Same thing, screws. They got little warnings in there when it's always the batteries aren't in there, but they still print it and they put these little things in there. That way they're hoping you can't just put this up. You can't put this up without the batteries. That's the safety. It's safety. Okay, put that on. Now this here, like I said, it's all relative. If you put this in your house, uh-oh, here goes the door. You wouldn't put it on the ceiling. No more than 5 feet off the ground. Okay, and the same thing. Mount this on the wall. Okay, where's a good spot? I got that over there. Should I just kind of keep everything in the same area? What do you think? It's the same thing. It's got, like if you put this in a plaster wall in your house, if you don't get to the wood, they got the hollow wall in. 'Cause you know how those work. You drill a little hole, pound them in there, and then when you put that on, this expands and it won't fall out. Alrighty. Get everything. And it's got a test. That tells you it's working. Okay, your work. What's it up? I think carbon monoxide would come off the toilet. No, that's methane that comes out the toilet. Okay. Yes. Where should I put it? That's okay. Now they have something on the top here where you can write when you should replace it. And what did they say this is good for? Is it good for 5 years? 10 years. And it'll alert you in 10 years that it's time to replace. So you can write that on there, or you could just okay. I just have to yeah. Okay. Yeah, okay. So there we go. Now, of course, if you ever hear the smoke alarm go off, you need to get up and get out. Same as with the carbon monoxide detector. Now, one more thing. If you do have a fire in your van, maybe you might want to fight it. I don't know, but it's always good to have a little fire extinguisher. And I bought this one because it says good for auto marine fire extinguisher. It comes with a little attachment. Now this, okay, I just got to figure out where I'm going to mount this at. And you know, you can also buy, I saw some and they were the same price, almost like an aerosol can, about the size of a can of hairspray. Does anybody use hairspray anymore? But it was about the size of a hairspray can, and it was good for keeping in your kitchen for grease fires and, you know, small fires around your house. Of course, like I said, if you got something going on, this may or may not put out the whole thing, but the main thing is get out of your van. You know, fight what you can, but get out. Okay, so now I just got to find a place to mount this. I don't want to keep putting everything over there by. Maybe I should mount it in such a way that I have it on my door. Oh, that's gonna require me getting some of my sheet metal screws. Okay, hang on. All right, guys, went and got my self-tapping screws, screwed me some holes in there, makes it a little bit easier. This is the top, this is the bracket that holds it on. Like I said, these got little points on them. Go right in there. That flips over like that. Just get a little, just tight enough. You don't want it too tight. That can go a little more. And that just there. Got your fire extinguisher in. Make sure it clears everything. Perfect. Remember, be safe out there. Have your van safe. Like I said, get that smoke detector, the carbon monoxide detector, and a fire extinguisher. You know, another thing I was also forgot to mention, another good reason to have that carbon monoxide detector in your vehicle, just in case you maybe you don't have a heater in your rig yet, but it's cold somewhere, so you turn your engine on. And if you're just sitting, there's a possibility that you could fall asleep and a little carbon monoxide might seep inside your van. But if you got that alarm on there, it's not going to happen. All right. Well, it'll happen, but it'll wake you up. All right. So go ahead and give me a thumbs up, subscribe, give me a like, and I'll be seeing you on the road. All right.